Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75, and this is my 900 subscribers review. It wasn't actually going to be, it's just that I'm on viewing. I'm at 899, and so hopefully by the time I put this up there will be over 900. So yeah, so I just thought I'd make it my 900 subscribers one. Right, before we go on, I just want to show you this. I got some repro labels this morning. For the Ice Cream Twins. They actually look really good when you put them on. So it's got the Suck My Popsicle little sticker on there, and all the little ice creams and all the stuff over it. It's really good. I like that. Makes it look a hell of a lot better. Anyway, that's just a little side note. Right, yes, so for today's review, if you haven't read the little title up there, it's the Generation 1 Predacons. I'm just going to show you them quickly here. I'm going to try and move my camera quickly. I haven't really set this up, so it's probably going to be all over the place, I'm afraid. There we go, that's all 5 Predacons there in beast mode, and I'm just going to show you them one by one. Just give me a second. There we go. Right, so yeah, the Predacons. Now then, these are the Japanese original ones. These aren't the reissue from about 4 or 5 years ago. I've got most of the boxes, though. Let's have a look. One of them is Spanish, I think, which is Headstrong. So this is Headstrong's Spanish box. I just wanted to show you this because I don't know if the camera will pick it up. If we look on the prototype version used on the bottom of the box, instead of just the dull gold swords, this one actually is a chromed gold sword. I don't think the light is going to pick that up too well. But anyway, yeah, so maybe they were originally intended to come with gold chrome swords. That would have been really fantastic, wouldn't it? Anyway, right, just going to show you a couple of boxes. This is the Japanese Razorclaw box. Pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm not going to harp too much on about the boxes, just want to show you those. Now then, these are the plastic versions. I'm going to start with, who shall I start with? We'll leave Razorclaw till last. We'll start with this fella. This, of course, is Tantrum. This is his robot mode. Sorry, beast mode, in fact. Yeah, these are the plastic versions, not the metal-bodied versions. I don't know whether it's me just being bitter, but I kind of prefer these. Yeah, well, you know, when they're all combined, they're easier to pick up, aren't they? Yeah, it's me not being bitter at all. Anyway, yeah, so this is Tantrum. He turns into a bull. Yeah, as you can see. Anyway, he's not too bad. The legs don't really move, apart from you can sort of move the front ones back to give him that, like, you know, that little motion that bulls do when they're about to attack someone. These sort of grey things on the side are supposed to be fuel tanks, because he's a fueler. Yeah, not much to be said about it, really. It's not bad, it's quite big. I haven't got nothing to... I'll use them. Yeah, there you go. See, he's, you know, just a bit bigger than the Ice Cream Twins. I use them as a size comparison. Anyway, right, we're going to transform this fella. Very simple. We just pull out the legs. We flip the beast legs back into the back of the robot legs. We just extend his little toes like that. Turn him that way, and then turn him this way. Fold down the little legs at the back just like that, and then get his little head. We're going to spin this 180, something like that, to reveal his little robot head. Then we're just going to get these arms, and these are amazingly ratcheted, and feel like I'm going to break them every time I move them. Oh, don't like that at all, really, so I'm just going to leave his arms like that. It looks a bit funny, but there we go. Now then, which one was his gun? It was this one. And guess what? I forgot to show you his beast mode with, yeah, with this stuck on the top, which is his like twin mortar cannon. Believe me, it doesn't look too impressive. It just goes on his back. Anyway, that is Tantrum in robot mode. We're going to put his little sword in his hand here. There he is. We're going to put him down here. It's not bad. He's got a good articulation in the arms. Whoa, when he's not throwing his little gun about. Where is it? It's down here. Nearly went in my bin. We're going to put that there. Yeah, so he's not too bad, is he? We're going to leave his gun out of his hand. We're going to pop him there. He stands up fairly well. Next, we're going to move on to one of my favourites, which is Rampage. This is Rampage in his Tiger mode. Him and Razorclaw have near enough exactly the same transformation. Even though considering that Razorclaw is the Predacon leader and of course forms the body of Predaking. Anyway, right, we're going to show you this time, where is he, with his attack mode, which is just these two sort of guns stuck in these holes. Right, so there he is. Not much to write home about. That's all they sort of do. We're going to take those out. Put those back down there. Not a big fan of him looking like that. Yeah, his target mode's okay. Again, the legs will only sort of move backwards like that. And one thing I don't like is that you can see his robot head just stuck there. Right, to transform this guy, we're going to flip the little tail in, straighten out the back legs, get the little black four legs, whatever you want to call them, and flip them back into the back of the robot leg. Then we're going to flip out, what am I doing wrong? There we go, we're going to flip out the lower halves of the robot legs like that. Going to go in here. Get the little toes out like this, and then what we're going to do, we are going to move the legs to that position because they're on little tabs, and then move out the robot arms. It's got a little peg at the back here and at the front, so you can move down the little robot hands. Then what we're going to do, we're going to get the tiger head, spin it and push it all the way down into position. It sort of stays there fairly cohesively. Then we're just going to get the robot head and just tuck it up. Luckily this one is quite stiff so it doesn't fall backwards. Then we're going to get the beast legs and just flip them up. And it makes him look a lot more solid at the back there. Now then, he comes of course with his guns. Of course, he's got 2 guns. Or you can put his little sword in his hand. Just like that. And yeah, if you want you could put the other gun in his shoulder. If you wanted to. But I'm not. Yeah, so that's Rampage. We're going to pop him there. The next one we're going to move on to, one of my probably the least favourite, is of course Headstrong. Yeah, now he's a rhinoceros. He doesn't really do a lot, I'm afraid. His head will move about the place. That is about it. These legs won't really move. Yeah, I'm not too keen on Headstrong. But he looks cool, so, you know, I'll forgive him that. Anyway, right, to transform this guy. Again, flip out the back legs, much like Tantrum. This time we just flip these little legs over the back, and they will, I think we've got to do something, haven't we? Yeah, we've got to move them up. They're on like a little notchy thing. Good terminology, that. And then it allows us to flip them back. Then we flip these like that. He also has a little tab just tucked in here, which we're going to pull out. Don't know if you're going to be able to see this. And it just forms a little heel spur, just to make sure he doesn't fall back. Then what we're going to do, we're going to push his beast head all the way back. Rotate his little robot head up. And then get his little arms and rotate these down from here. Like that. And we're going to get these little beast legs and just loosen them up and push them back into his chest. Like that. So that is Headstrong. Now then, what have I done with his gun and his sword? This is it. Oh, pardon me. There we go. And that is Tantrum. Sorry, Headstrong. With his little gun and his sword. He's not too bad. Look, again, he hasn't got no articulation in the legs and the arms. We'll just move up like that so he can swipe some of his sword. You know, it's not bad really. But then again, these are 80s figures, of course. Yeah, so anyway, this is... and I like that, I didn't show you Headstrong attached to this as well. Again, it doesn't look too impressive. I'm going to put some pictures at the end of this so you will see it, so don't worry. Anyway, right, this is probably one of my favourites, probably my actual favourite of the team, which is, of course, Dive Bomb. He turns into an eagle, I believe. Oh, I could be wrong, I can't ever remember. I should really look at my Bible book, but it's tucked away somewhere over there and I just can't bother. Anyway, he looks fantastic. All these gold stickers on his wings makes him look absolutely impressive. And he just flies about the place, swoops around. He's got his little feet. Actually really good. And he's got his little head and it will move. And he's got his little beak. And these guns on the top as well, which are pretty good. And they double up as his robot guns. So you take these off like that. Yeah, and I like the backpack as well because it makes it look like he's got 2 giant thrusters on his back to help him fly, which is pretty cool. Right, we're going to transform this guy. Pretty easy. We need to tuck his little beast feet in there. Then we can rotate his robot feet down like that. That's quite easy. And then this little tail section, you can either sort of move it down and flip it there, or you can just leave it there. It's up to you. I like to just shove it up there. Then we put the wings into this position. I get this little tab bit here, which is going to use him to connect to Predaking, and I sort of fold it all the way to the back. Then I get his head and shove it up like that. You can position it differently, which I'll come to in a minute. Then you get his little arms, and we just pull these out. I just rotate them a little bit, save them going back in. Then you just got to be really careful and a bit, you want to be very careful actually, and pull the little arms out like that. He's got a little yellow tab in there. You pull the robot hands out. So then he can either hold one of his guns in his hands like that, and what did I do with his sword? I'm certain it's this one. There we go, and so that's Dive Bomb in robot mode with his little sword out. Pretty cool, I do like him a lot. What you can do with his little robot head as well, I prefer it like that, but you can, it's supposed to put it down like that and then open the mouth, and it's supposed to be something like that, giving him like a crash helmet look, but I can't stand it, so I just flip it up, rotate it back like that, and I think it looks a hell of a lot better like that, to be honest. Anyway, another thing I like to do is I don't like to put the gun in his hand if I can get him out. Oh, so delicate, I hate doing these. And then I just put them in his wings like that, like he usually appears in the comics. Like that, with his missiles. So that's how he appears in the comics usually. Right, so we're going to put him over there. Then we're going to come on to, of course, the leader of the group, which is Razorclaw. One thing I've never understood about Razorclaw is they put little Decepticon signs just here. Don't know if we're going to pick them out. But they're upside down. Don't ask me why. They're upside down in this mode, and they're not much use in his robot mode. So why they put them upside down? Who knows? Anyway, of course, now then, he's a lion. Few things I don't like about this one is, of course, the gaping robot head just tucked away in there, and this chest piece, which is just dangling in between his legs, which is very annoying. But other than that, he's really cool. I wish they'd given him longer guns. Let me just turn it like this way so you can see it on here. So they come out to about there or something, much like they did in the comics as well. That would be good, and being able to rotate, that would have been really cool. Now then, his little mouth will open and close, I believe. There we go, we can get it open. There he is. He looks pretty cool. Yeah, he does come with his little attack mode, which is this gun here. He's got a little hole just on his back there, and then we just basically just slot it straight in like that, and that gives him his attack mode. And yeah, and it's pretty cool. Let me just move my camera a second. There we go. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take it off. Right, now then, to transform this guy to robot mode, it's virtually the same as Rampage. We tuck his little tail away, straighten out these legs. Now then, I believe, but this time we don't have to rotate him at the waist, I believe. Or do we? I can never remember. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Right, so we tuck his little legs away like that, and we fold out his robot legs, like so. Oh, there we go. I forgot to... Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so then we flip out his little robot feet, which are just tucked away in here, like that. I can get them out, that is. There we go. Right, now then, we don't have to rotate them at the waist. Always forget that. Now then, we simply rotate this like that, and then bring it down. I like to bring it down a bit carefully, because otherwise it'll rub all the stickers off. And then we move these little legs like that, and then we pull his arms out. Again, exactly the same as Rampage. And we push these legs up into position like that. Flip his little robot head up. Some nice little ratchet like that. Then again, we push these little tab down in the front there to form his little robot arms. Well, his robot hands rather. There it is, like that. Now then, he doesn't come with his own separate gun, but he does come with a nice big sword, which we're going to put in his hand like that. And if you get this gun, it does transform. We simply just get these two tabs in here, because they're just... I can get them out, there we go, and they just basically flip round all the way down to here, like that, and then you push this bit in, turn it around, and it forms like a little double barrel blaster. And then we basically just stick it into there, into his arm. Yeah, now then, his robot mode's alright, but I just don't like how short his arms are, and to be honest, and because he forms Predaking's body, his arms are very, very stiff, so you're just trying to move them, and they're so bloody stiff. Yeah, but other than that, I really do like him. A very good figure. Yeah, so I'm just going to pop these down here, so you can all see them. Now then, if he'll stand up, because he doesn't want to stand up, good old Razorclaw. There we go, I'm just going to move my camera around so you can all see them. There they are, all 5 in robot mode. Just to give you a size comparison, there's the Ice Cream Twins in car mode. There we go, you can see them there. And they're all very impressive, and I do like them. Right, so we're going to combine all these fellas into Predaking, which is probably, to be honest, the best combiner ever made. Or if it isn't, it's certainly up there. I'm just going to move that a tiny bit. Right, so we start with Razorclaw. We're going to put his little arms there, fold his little hands away, like so. You've got to leave his arms out. And then we extend these, and then we've got to spin this whole body section around. We're going to have to move his little robot, his lion head up, just to get this around, I believe. There we go. Now I believe that spins around that way. And we're going to put that into position, like that. Oh, there we go. I might say you've got to bring his robot legs out. We tuck his little toes away, like that, and then we flip these up and around and into place, like so. Yes, now then, and that is Razorclaw transformed. We're just going to pop him over the side here for a minute. We're going to move on to Tantrum. I just forgot to show this one thing in Robot Mode. You're supposed to flip this down, but I think that looks shit, so don't bother. Okay, just in case anyone says that, because I know I'll forget how to transform my bloody Transformers. Right, anyway, so we start with his robot arms, and we carefully... Oh, we've done that the wrong bloody way now. There we go, we carefully put them back into place. Yes, because believe me, those are all plastic, and those ratchets are very stiff, and I hate it. And then we just flip the little ball head forward like that. And now then, I believe this just goes all the way up into position. It probably isn't one I'm going to go. There we go. That just goes all the way up into position. We get his little foot. Now then, he has 2 tabs down there. And this basically just goes onto the tabs like that. And that is Tantrum in leg mode. And we're going to move on to the other leg, which is, of course, Headstrong. And take his little gun out and his little sword. Oh, now that's in there. Anyway, right, so we pull his little arms away, like so. And I believe, I could be wrong, but I think I've got to pull these legs out, I can't remember. Right, we're going to tuck his little head away. And which side does that go into? Yes, so we move this bull head, oh, as far forward as it will go, into that position. We get these, they have to come upside down this time. That little heel spur thing gets tucked away. And then we push this up into position, I believe. And then we push these away. Or do we do that first? I can never remember. I think we do that first. And then this pushes up, yes? Oh, I believe so. There we go. Right, and it attaches differently into him, because all these bits have to go in specific slots on there. So that goes into there, and it should sort of like just fit nicely. And there is Headstrong in foot mode. We're going to pop him over here. And yeah, we're going to attach them all at once. Then we're going to come to the arms, which are a bit of a pain. Going to take his little bits out and then push them away, push that away. We're going to leave him like that. We tuck these away. Pardon me again. There we go, that gets tucked up like that. Yes, now then, I believe I like to rotate it. This is his hand, his big old hand. Now then, he has 2 little tabs either side, and these have to go in here. I can never remember how, who knows how exactly it goes, but you have to just force it in basically. If anyone knows a better way, I'm sure someone will tell me. Anyway, then we get out this tab, much like the normal combiners, and that is Rampage in arm mode. I'll pop him there. Then we come to Dive Bomb, who you've got to do a little bit more work with. Going to take all his little accessories off. Going to put away his little arms like that. Push them all away and get them into position. They just tuck away in there. Going to put his little legs away. And then this little, going to put his little head down like that. It's in position. Now then, this wing section detaches like that because it's just held on by a little clip. Going to put that down there for the minute. Pull this little tab out. And then what we're going to do, we're going to have him that way, so you rotate these. That's of course going to be his blaster holder. Where's his little hand? There it is. Right, I always have trouble getting this one in, and it never looks right. So we're going to do this. That will go in there. Maybe. We're going to find out. There we go. Let me just push that in. There we go. And then there's another tab there. Something like that. And then we push that there. And we get this gun again. We transform it back to the way it was, because that always looks better. And we extend the little barrel. And now that is going to tuck nicely in there. We'll form his arm blaster. Now then, all we need to do now is just attach all the parts. So we're going to start with Tantrum. He's got his nice little tabs here and here, which Tantrum and Headstrong are going to attach to. I can't really do this on the camera because it's very hard and I don't want to break the blooming things. He just nicely slots into that tab, just there. Right, so then we grab Headstrong. That one goes into there as well. He's got a little button that you've got to push to allow him to go in. And there we are. There's Tantrum and Headstrong. Going to pop him over here. I'm going to turn my little camera around now so we should be able to see him. There we go. Right, so here is Rampage. That is just going to fit into his little arm there. Push that in, if he wants to go in, that is. And then we're going to push, I've forgotten his name, Dive Bomb, into that one. Right, now then, there we go. And then with his little wing section, we're going to extend that. I like to open these out, right to there. And then he has a little tap at the back. And what I like to do is just move Razorclaw's legs down, out of the way, like that. This will fit into the tab at the back, like that, and then you can use his feet just to hold his wings up a little bit. Right, and then we get Predaking's head, and we just slot that over the top of Razorclaw's. And there he is, Predaking in robot mode. And oh, I've just closed his legs up again. Right, there we go, and there he is. Probably one of the best combiners. He's absolutely big. There's a size comparison with the Ice Cream Twins. Nice deluxe sized car there. Should have got someone in robot mode. But like I say, I'm going to do put some pictures at the end. And I think if you watch my oversized Generation 2 Bruticus video, you can see him compared there with some of the other Transformers. But he is one of my all-time favourite toys. When I got this guy, I was absolutely overjoyed. Couldn't believe it. I paid £50 each, which maybe was a bit over expensive at the time, but then again, you just couldn't get him. So, and I loved him. These were all brand new, never opened or nothing. But all the plastic bodies. I'd love to get the metal ones, but I just can't bother to pay the money. Anyway, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I hope you liked this review, and I shall see you all next time.